Ladies and gentlemen, for all you uber fans of Phantasialand Germany, you're in store for a real treat today. Today's park spotlight, Phantasialand 2.0, also branded as Land of Phantasia. This is a near recreation in terms of layout, themed areas, but the coasters and rides have a slight reimagined twist. Our creator, Steamy88, who will also be interviewed in this park spotlight so you can get an in-depth listen to the creator's thoughts on their theme park. They studied long and hard about recreating Phantasialand, but also in a reimagined way, while sticking true to the spirit of what makes this theme park so popular. For example, we have the classic Berlin with Rookburg, but now reimagined as the Altstadt or Alt Berlin, including Steamtown as Rookburg. You can still expect to experience fan favorite rides such as the Vekoma launched flying coaster called F.L.Y, but now redesigned as a Gaslauer launched coaster renamed as G.U.N. The fantasy area with Woostown has become Fuzis Village, and it's still home to Winja's Fear and Force dual spinning coasters. However, it's now a singular spinning coaster renamed to Fuzis Ride. Phantasialand wouldn't be the same without the deep in Africa savanna rainforest and featuring the incredible inverted roller coaster Black Mamba. The area is reimagined as deep in the jungle, and while the coaster remains inverted, it has been redesigned into the Black Viper. Mexico area makes a reappearance. However, the Chiapas log flume has become Aquatico, and the Colorado Adventure Vekoma mine train coaster can be found redesigned as Silverrado Road. And Phantasialand would not be complete without the famous mystery area with Klugheim. The recognizable basalt mountains are no more. However, the coaster and theming is designed in such a way that the Taron fans will feel very much at home when experiencing this reimagined coaster. These are only a few examples of what Phantasialand 2.0 has in store for you today. So if you want to experience and uncover all that the land has to offer, grab yourself some popcorn, fasten your seatbelts, keep your hands in at all times, and come on this journey with me in today's Park Spotlight experience. Na 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 na. Baby, give it up. Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at Land of Phantasia, created by Steamy88. And as these creators send in these submissions themselves for me to feature, I normally read what they have to say about their creation, but today is different. We have Steamy88 here to read off his own description.
Hey, Johnny and team. I have finally been able to put a new interpretation of my favorite park into practice, the Great Phantasialand, or Land of Phantasia. I just call it Land of Phantasia. I have not used any toolkits or blueprints, just the original stuff from the game. The rough draft and the subjects areas are based on the Phantasialand. Anyone who knows the original park will recognize, sorry for my bad English, the parallels, and even if not, there is something for everyone in the thematic areas of Old Town, Steamtown, Fuzis Village, Steinheim, Mystery, Deep into the Jungle, Western, and China. I hope you like the park. This is my heart project, and I hope it deserves a spotlight. I have fun with the park. Greetings, your Steamy88.
Absolutely, well done, and it does deserve a spotlight. That's why I picked it out here today. And for you guys hearing, Steamy is in the call. We're going to try something new for most likely the end of the episode. I think that'll be the best way to do it. We have a full interview with Steamy88 himself, giving his final thoughts of the park and all that. So I want to thank you for joining me for that interview here today.
Thanks too, and thanks to the Channel 5 Gaming and the whole community.
Absolutely. Wonderful community, wonderful creators, yeah. And we're going to have a lot of fun here in Phantasialand and end off the episode with Steamy88's thoughts of his own Phantasialand. So why don't we get right on into it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing fantastic today, and welcome to the Land of Phantasia. Doing things a little bit different, looking to improve the Park Spotlight experience. And as mentioned, there will be a full-fledged interview with Steamy88 at the end of this Park Spotlight. Figured it's a better idea to put it at the end simply because we're going to be flying around in bird's eye view, taking an overview of the park, and we don't want to spoil everything from a bird's eye view, and we want to experience all the nooks and crannies for ourselves. So, very good. Excited to let you guys experience that interview with Steamy88. And he's made a wonderful, somewhat of a recreation of Phantasialand here today, as he has explained to me, and you'll find out later. If anybody here is a fan of Phantasialand, you will notice that the actual layout is actually pretty one-to-one, as accurate as you can get it. He mentioned that this is a famous double carousel. Tried to recreate that here today. And it helps me having an interview with somebody, because I often go up exits. I often make mistakes. And I try to do as much research on Phantasialand as possible, but there's so much to learn about the park itself. And I actually, I'm a big fan of this idea of taking your favorite theme park and reimagining it in a way where it's not a one-to-one recreation, but rather something new. For you guys watching who have been to Phantasialand, there's going to be tons of fun things that you get to re-experience, some nostalgia pangs that we get to hit here today, but it'll be a new experience, a brand new experience. So here we are in the traditional Berlin-Ruckburg area of the theme park, which has been reimagined to Altstadt and Steamtown. As we just passed the Steamtown entrance, I think we're going to go check that out here first and go ride what used to be known as F.L.Y, an inverted coaster, an inverted flying coaster, and it has been reimagined to a Gastlauer. Here we are. Now, one fun fact about Steamy88, you guys may have remembered him. The super fans of the show would have remembered him from the Mini Park Contest 2, creating a wonderful steampunk paradise. And in the past has also done episodes, park spotlights that were 100% steampunk parks. And he's got it in the name himself, Steamy88. Loves steampunk. And I can imagine this was one of the most fun areas for him to create. And a really good coaster choice here with the Gastlauer. Still probably butchering it, but that's fun. Here is the queue for G.U.N. I think we're going to ride this both at day and night. We're going to skip on the Fast Pass here today and actually see what they have created in the queue for us. All this detail, hard to pass up on. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is really quite immersive. Looking both good at day and night. I got a little bit of that B-roll for you guys in the intro during the day. And here's a good opportunity to check it out all at night. Definitely going to ride a lot of these coasters multiple ways. And try to give you guys that true Phantasialand experience. Wow, this is an incredibly immersive and long queue. G.U.N. Well, I don't know what that says, but G.U.N is short for something there. Probably should have asked him in the interview. It'll remain a mystery, but you guys can help me out down in the comments below. If you recognize any Easter eggs, any surprises, anything that might ring true to the original Phantasialand, but done in an interesting way, feel free to fire away in the comments down below. So here we go. It's a Barghest in Planet Coaster. There's a look at the stats if you guys want to see them. And we're going to get right on this, starting with track view. There we go. Wow, absolutely impeccable coaster design here today. And you guys would have remembered this coaster to be a flying coaster. How is it to experience it as a Gastlauer launch coaster? Throw your thoughts down below. And we're going to check it out at daytime now. Guess we could do a seat view, get some flailing arms possibly. Make sure we got a reshade on. And off we go. Wow. This is an absolute work of art. The detailing, the attention to detail is impeccable. How do we get off this ride? Over here. The reimagining of the Rookburg area of Phantasialand. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. This in and of itself is worthy of a coaster spotlight. This is what we love to see, you guys. We got hotels here. There's everything you could want from a Phantasialand, but experienced differently. I love that. I love the twist. In fact, I hope Steamy 88 starts a bit of a trend where other people start to reimagine real life theme parks in a different way. It's a ton of fun. So we have more to explore here with the old Woo's Town, I believe it's called. It's the fantasy area reimagined into Fuzis Village. I'm supposed to go at this at nighttime here. And this is where you would normally find the dual synchronized spinning coasters. But it looks to me like it is just a singular one here today, but I'm quite okay with that. Another thing to note with this attention to detail from Steamy 88 is the sound design. Something often overlooked in these park spotlights. There are speakers everywhere, and they're all appropriate to the theming, the area, and boy does that lend aid to an immersive experience. Absolutely incredible. These lanterns are doing something funky with the reshade, though. It happens. Okay, here we go. What you guys would remember as Winja's Fear and Force is now become Fuzis Ride. There's a look at the ride stats if you guys like to see them. And we're gonna give this a spin, quite literally. And I think we'll do a track view at nighttime or daytime or something like that. But for now, let's give it a spin. Okay, absolutely amazing. I think we'll give this... I feel like we shouldn't be riding this at daytime, but these are so well designed that I feel like it would do justice to give them multiple ride experiences. And we could just give a feel of the track layout a little bit better here. Well, we're not spinning around. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. While the interiors don't always look the best in Planet Coaster, reshade lends aid to that. The little, what do you call them? Sunroofs? Yeah, sunroofs. The sunroofs up above allow that sunlight to peek in, making certain areas highlighted and very vibrant. Another thing to note is everything was all custom built. Custom supports, pulling this coaster around the fantasy walls, fantasy theming. You can really see a lot more of it during the daytime. And this whole interior build is really well done, from all the way from the outside to the inside. Multiple undulations built right into the steamy town here. All the realism around the backside. I mean, it's really incredible. It's something else. So we go from our Fuzi village straight into Temple of the Dark. Now, from my understanding, this would probably be the Hollywood tour, and they want us to go at nighttime here. Originally known as the Hollywood tour. Am I going the wrong way? No, that's just the fast pass. Okay, we're gonna take the long way. All the details in the queue and stuff. Want to make sure we don't miss anything. Going in at nighttime. Now, what have they recreated this into? It's a bit of a fun surprise for both me and you. I've never been to Phantasialand, so this is my first time experience. Ah, how is it for you guys getting a new experience? Oh, the Hollywood tour's what is it, like a VR experience indoors or something, I believe. Here we go. This one's going up now. Maybe I need reshade off. No, I like it on. Definitely seemingly one of the harder coasters in this park to recreate. Indoor coasters, I guess without the actual lighting and the experience and the triggered events that would have normally been there, it feels a little bit amiss. I guess if I were to give one point of feedback, is this would have been a good opportunity to do something new, do a light show, some triggered events, light up the room a little bit more. But the coaster design and the coaster layout is fun, so I'm wondering what you could have done there with just triggered events and lights to kind of reimagine the experience like you have elsewhere. But not too bad. Let's head on out and see what else this amazing park has to offer. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there should be like a cake factory or something. Apparently in the original it was called, like, I can't pronounce it. It's supposed to be a cake factory with a plague of mice, and it should be somewhere in the Berlin area. So let's go back here, take a look. This has to be it. We will do the most. I hear guns firing, so it's been reimagined to a shooting ride. Do we get to shoot the cake and the mice? I think I have to actually close this one down, unfortunately. Sorry, guests. Test shooting ride. All right, we got to shoot some stuff here. Off we go. Tons of dark rides to kick off the episode. Really fun. Oh boy, I'm not prepared for this. Frame rate is a little bit lower. Oh, I'm not gonna get a good score here today. So instead of a mice infestation, it looks like we have a crow infestation. That would be the twist here. Well, these are fun sets. I like this. Oh, this is a good take on a shooting ride for sure. And difficult at that. Not easy to get them all. You're on a very limited time. But going from scene to scene, having sets, transitioning you like a side on rails side scroller, I think it's a good fun way to approach a shooting ride. Very short but fun. You know, that's what I like to see in the shooting rides. Get right to it. Some of them can be often long, drawn out, and they can get boring, but that was very action-packed. The scenes were quaint, fun. I like it. All right, it's looking beautiful at nighttime as well. We're gonna go back to daytime here. I like it. I asked him about this in the interview. You guys have to stay tuned for that. From here, we are going into the deep in Africa where the famous Black Mamba coaster was located. But now it's all been reimagined to Into the Jungle. And this is the Black Viper here today. I feel like I should be doing this at night. This is a very good park to explore at both day and night. And we have the famous Adobe build style. I kind of want to go straight to the Black Viper. There it is. Definitely riding this one both at day and night. This is going to be one crazy queue, I would imagine. Going deep into the gully of the jungle here. As with the coaster as well. Hopefully we get some good shots of the coaster going by during the queue walk. The Black Mamba has been a very famous recreation on the show over the years, making appearances as early as the first 100 coaster spotlights. And here we are today, currently past 1,000 coaster spotlights. I think we're past 500 park spotlights. The park's always dragging behind a little bit. They take a lot longer to get into and create and get out to you guys. But they're catching up. They are popular. So we're trying to give them some extra attention, extra contests. And here we go. We have the Black Viper. There's a look at the stats if you guys want to see them here today. Still an inverted coaster. I think we got to go middle seat view. Less chance of flailing arms because they're locked in. Let's check it out. Absolutely incredible. As mentioned, I have experienced the Black Mamba both in video form, recreations in the past on the channel, and this coaster, well, different. Definitely simulating all the things that it needs to in order to feel like a Black Mamba, but now reimagined as the Black Viper. I like it. I'm actually more excited to check this out at daytime here because the scenery is looking absolutely phenomenal. So let's do exactly just that. Here we go. incredible. The visuals are impeccable. Definitely more a fan of it during the daytime here. Let's go take a look at the exterior jungle a little bit better. Yeah, this might end up being my favorite area of the park. I love the elevation. Look at this. It's really cool. Definitely symbolizes and recreates the feel and the look of the Black Mamba, the area of deep in Africa. It's incredible. We have the hotels back here as well. And you get some nice views of the coaster going by. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've actually seen a Black Mamba inspired creation built into a theme park. Oddly enough, after 500 plus spotlights, never seen a full-fledged African area built in the way that this interacts with the environment. It's really cool. Makes for a good setting. I've seen it like this standalone, but let's head on over to the Mexican area and get wet. Get wild and wet. Here we go. Nothing changed here. It's still called Mexico from the creator's description on Steam. Forgot to mention, if you guys want to download this park, links are in the description. You can give it a download for yourself. Take a look at it if you own Planet Coaster. If you don't own Planet Coaster, definitely give that a download. We have a whole community, thousands of members on Discord sharing their creations, and community contests as well to help you get better at building, get practiced. Oh, this is a queue. The queue, that's interesting. The queue is in Mexico, but it takes you to Africa. Whoops. I want to find the queue for the log flume, which is used to be known as Chiapas, an Intamin log flume. And now it is redesigned into Aquatico. So let's see if we can find the entrance for that. And here we are underneath the old Colorado, I believe it was called. Colorado Adventure Mine Train Coaster. They're just getting off the ride there. There's too much to look at that I'm feeling like I've probably passed the entrance for the log flume at this point. Where am I going? Maybe not. I took a quick peek around the corner. I think we just got to keep going on deeper. If it leads us to the mine train, that's what we'll go on first here. Wait, this leads us right back to the hotel. Look at that. All the path work is nicely integrated. I want to follow this staff member, see where he's going. Can go in both directions here. Oh, this must be the queue. We found you. Sure, we'll fast pass this one. Looks about the same on either side. You will get wet. Then it's definitely the log flume. Aquatico, everybody. There's a look at the ride stats if you'd like to see them. We're gonna do a nice little pop-up view. Let's see the guests there. Put our reshade back on and off we go. I really love how well integrated this log flume is and how much scenery we have on both the left and right and how it differs from left to right. 100% fully entertaining from both perspectives. Not a dull moment on this log flume. Absolutely incredible. And into the traffic jam. One thing people often forget to do is change the bandwidth and capacity, the time that the logs have to leave, the minimum departure times on their log flumes. Unfortunately, these guests are going to be waiting there for a very, very long time, which will bring down the rating of the ride. Something to look at, something to remember, but that's quite okay. All right, how are we getting on to the mine train coaster here today? This must be the exit. They're all coming down, and they're fed right into a gift shop. Silverrado. For some reason, I felt like it would be over here because we had to look around over there and I didn't see anything. So, right before transitioning into Chinatown, there is the entrance for the queue. Looking really nice back here as well. Could use a little bit of that Western music. We've heard the music almost everywhere in the park so far. Done a really good job keeping it all immersive. Here we go. The mine train experience. I love a good canyon runner. There's a look at all the results if you guys like to see them. We are going to ride the back of the train. Looks like we got another traffic jam on this one here. Last car popped up. This is how you do the mine train. Maybe one car up because that guy's really tall. A little bit better. Enjoy the experience. Impeccably done. As I've mentioned, Canyon Runner can be one of my favorite rides when done correctly. What I really like about this one in particular is the cave system is so open, right? We're not really going through these long, drawn-out mine yeah, mining areas just full of tunnels and lights like we've seen through previous creations. Instead, we get this hodgepodgey, almost like an intersection of track going in and around and through, making almost like a twisted knot of track through what's remaining of this mined out area. There's nothing left to mine here. It's hollow, and you've just crammed it full of track. I mean, look at the track itself there. That is absolutely incredible. I love the twisty nature of it all, the interaction with the log flume and the views. One of my favorite coasters so far in this park spotlight. Absolutely love it. All right, so there's a look at Mexico, and I think what we could do here is wrap through what is Chinatown. There's the Crazy House, I believe it's called. This is one of a famous ride in Phantasialand. It's a fun house. He mentioned it in the interview. I asked about it, and I guess now it's just become a whirly rig. And yeah, he minimized or miniaturized Chinatown, but did not forget to include it here. And there's the hotel, and it's nice that it's still included, even though it's not that expansive. And I believe it has some good nighttime lighting, if I recall. Very nice. Yeah, just a small little section for Chinatown. Now, we are entering the mystery area. That also includes Klugheim, which is just over there. But we're going to do things a little different and start with the Dungeness River, which used to be known as River Quest. Dungeon River, the River Quest experience. I think we'll probably do the regular queue here, in case we have any creepy ghoulies to look at. Dungeons to go through. Ah, it's a pirate experience. Again with the ambient sounds, the music. Really well done. Part of me wants to do this at night, but I feel like because it's a river rapids, we should try to experience it at the daytime. And I think the best choice for me is going to be the circular spin. I can take a look around at everything as we cruise along. All right, enjoy the River Quest. Maybe one slight suggestion I would make is doing a day-night sequencer, so that the time of day is controlled by the ride itself. So this part would be at night, and the rest would be at day. I think I'm changing my mind. We're gonna switch this to night and experience the rest of it at night. It just seems so ominous and spooky that nighttime just seems like a perfect setting. There's torches everywhere. We're going really high up, a double lift on this bad boy, getting to the top of the castle. Should be quite the splashdown at the end of this. Why is it that I switched to nighttime and there's no more torches or lighting? Just my luck. I guess either way, it's not a bad decision, whichever way you ride this. And here we go, another traffic jam. Not as bad as the log flume, but maybe just as bad. Yeah, I think my only feedback to this experience would be to add in a little bit more of that lighting and maybe some animatronics. There's so many like open areas of the castle that we could have had some fighting knights and stuff in this area. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. It's just something a little bit unfinished or barren there that I felt like could have been spruced up just a tad bit more. You had the torches over here and some splashes and things, and it's why not over here as well? You know, and the torches and things throughout the castle, maybe more flags and just a little bit more of that scenery in contrast to what we experienced on the log flume, where it was just overwhelming amounts of visuals everywhere we looked. I felt it was a little bit lackluster in comparison. But the castle itself is monumental. It's beautiful. I just would have liked to know whether I should have been riding that whole experience that day or night. Like to see a few more details along the way. Oh, there's like a second entrance to the theme park. The back entrance. I didn't even notice that loading it up. We have a whole park area back here. And actually like another guest spawner in the back end. So they can come in and go as they please. I like this. Probably an actual entrance and exit in the original Phantasialand, I would imagine. So what used to be Klugheim has been renamed to Steinheim. I love it. And we should see the fan favorite Taron here. Is this the queue? Or is this something else? Ooh. Burr, burr, burr. Speakers everywhere. Definitely for those people building these mega parks, keep in mind that the speakers go a long way, keeping the experience immersive throughout the whole journey. Nothing worse than having just some random Planko music playing over top of your park spotlight because it was awkwardly silent throughout the whole experience. It really does make a difference. Look at this. Definitely, you know what? Definitely one I want to ride at both day and night, but I personally want to experience this area, the queue, from the daytime. Because look at the overwhelming amount of pieces gone into building this. It's really incredible. Yeah, the builds are fantastic. It's a very intricate part of Phantasialand. Very complex, and I think you did a good job representing that here as we pass over the ropes, cut in line, and get to the coaster. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the newly designed Villsvin. There's a look at the stats all right there. 1,100 meters in length, 60 miles per hour on max speeds, a launch coaster. For the best ride experience possible, we are doing track view, and here we go. Absolute eye candy. Oh my god, you definitely have to ride that one back again to get all of the details. Actually, we'll do nighttime. Wow, what an experience. Let's take a look at this from a bird's eye view at daytime and really experience the new and improved or altered. However, it's a side grade at this point. Still amazing on its own, but very true to the original in some cases. And it looks absolutely incredible. Look at that coaster layout. Really well designed. I'm a personal big fan of this, taking a recreation but putting a spin on it. You know what? I thought we were done, so I was going to give some of my final thoughts, but we still have Raik? I don't know the pronunciations, but this is the Boomerang Vekoma coaster. How do we get on it? It's been renamed to Mindre, I believe. I think Steamy helps me with some of the pronunciations, but they did not stick with me. So I'm doing my best here today. And there it is. Vekoma Boomerang. There's a look at the results if you guys like to see them. We're going to do traditional seat view here today, and off we go. And I don't think we're done there yet, ladies and gentlemen, because if I'm not mistaken, the Mystery Castle is a drop tower in the original Phantasialand. And if they stayed true to that, this should actually be either a Horror Heights or a drop tower. Maybe, I was thinking this is the exit, but maybe this leads us to the entrance? So I'm not, no, that is the exit. Ah, we come in from the side here. Mystery Tower. I'll double check everything just to make sure we're not missing any experiences, but I do feel like we're coming up on the last of the Phantasialand 2.0 reimagined. But I'm actually really curious to see what this is. It's a drop tower. Okay, so this one's taking off right now. Maybe we go seat view. So I don't know what the original is, but since you are reimagining things, I think it would have been a cool idea to knock out some of these walls or let the tower actually poke out the very top so we could get a nice awe-inspiring view of your park. But we'll just pretend the tower popped us out here and take a look at everything there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely fantastic. Not only is it a good layout and interpretation of Phantasialand, the rides are all very much similar, but you've also nailed the realism all the way on the outside. The roads, the parking lots, the back entrance as well. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. Let me double check and make sure we didn't miss anything. So I went through the whole ride list. I did kind of skip over this one flat ride here. Might have passed by it here, but didn't give it a good look. But other than that, we've hit it all. Wow. I was trying to say earlier before we jumped on that Boomerang that I love this idea of recreating a recreation park, but putting your own spin on it, because not only does it give a new experience to people who've already experienced this, but it's also just a fun way for the creator to enjoy the process. And you'll hear more about that in the interview. So we have like a 10-15 minute interview, trying something new here. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback down in the comments down below. If the interview process is something you enjoy, if you'd like to see in future park spotlights, and all that. It helps me prepare for the episode a little bit more, get some knowledge of the creator's thoughts and that sort of thing going into the park spotlight itself. And with that said, if you guys enjoy the new and improved park spotlights that have been coming out of the channel and you want to support the show in any way, please do check out our Patreon, or you can support by being a YouTube Join member. And we also have merchandise that you can check out down. All of that can be found in the description below. Really appreciate any additional support, and I'll make sure to keep the quality and the quantity up on these new and improved park spotlights going forward. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the final part of this park spotlight, and that is having an interview with Steamy88.
Hello.
Mr. Steamy88.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Before I go to bed, we have 12:30, and in some minutes I go to bed. But it's no problem, I have time.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking the time. Talk to me about your park. You somewhere quiet now?
No problem. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Here is okay.
I'm glad I caught you right before you went to bed. If there's a better time we could do this, we could reschedule, but it shouldn't take too much of your time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's all fine.
Are you on your phone or your computer?
On my computer.
Okay, so you can see my screen then.
Yes.
The wonderful land of Phantasia.
Right.
So I did some research on Phantasialand in Germany.
Yeah.
And, just try to draw some parallels. This is obviously not a one-to-one recreation, but it's a very similar layout.
It's the same, yeah. Like the original Phantasialand, only some paths a little bit different.
So it's a pretty close recreation.
Yeah. The attractions have other names, and the main layout is a little bit different, but on the steampunk city example is Rookburg. It's the same spot in the park, the same place,
Right.
the same area, right.
Yeah. So to draw some parallels, this here coaster it used to be, I guess, in the original, it was called F.L.Y, and it was a Vekoma flying coaster, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and it is on Planet Coaster.
Yeah. So you've reimagined this. How do you say it? Is it a Gerslauer?
Gaslauer.
Gaslauer. That's how you say it. Gaslauer. That's fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Gaslauer. Okay, so is the actual track similar to the original or not?
Not the same. No.
Okay.
It's my own layout, but it's how I say
Reimagined, redesigned?
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed, and over here we have the famous Taron.
Right, and this is another layout too.
And this is how do you say it? Is it Klugheim? Klugheim.
Yeah, Klugheim is in
Klugheim.
Phantasialand,
Yeah.
and I call it Steinheim.
Steinheim.
Yeah, like Stoneheim.
Yeah. Awesome. I
It's,
noticed normally they have those basalt mountains in the back, and you kind of redid it in your own way.
Yeah, right. Because if I
Too much
take
work.
the small, yeah, it's and too much pieces for the
Yes.
park. If I use the small stones, like spikes.
Right. And then what do we have here is the Colorado
To a thrill ride. Yeah, that's right. The Michael Jackson thrill ride.
Is that where it takes inspiration from?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay, fun little backstories. I'm still learning everything myself. It's hard to do all your research in one go.
I think.
And then the log flume was the Chiapas?
Yeah.
Intamin
The
log,
Chiapas.
yeah, Intamin log flume, very cool. And we have the Black Mamba area back here, reimagined as the Black Viper, and it actually looks very similar in terms of like design and you have that.
I want that you have some points in the park that you can remember. That's like in the original Phantasialand, but it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, there's certain elements of the ride that look recognizable. The adobe buildings in the back,
and like the looping that goes over the way. The way it goes into the looping, or through the looping, it's like the same like the Black Mamba.
Yeah, and a lot of the design is very low to the ground in a canyon kind of thing, right?
Yeah, right.
That's amazing. Yeah, this is actually pretty spot on with what I was looking at online. Now, what I'm curious to know, like you've reimagined all the rides, but they're very similar in both layout, design, location, everything. This basically could come across as a recreation, but rather than looking at all the rides one-to-one using the actual manufacturers and all that stuff, you've decided, hey, I'm gonna have fun with it because it's a game and I want to reimagine things in my own way so that it's more fun, because copy pasting everything and doing that, well, it's very amazing for like a viewer, like they get to go re-experience Phantasialand, which is really cool. It's not as fun for the creator because you're basically just putting things where they're supposed to be, and you know, it's a giant copy paste thing where you decided to have a fun with it, and that's what Planet Coaster is all about.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I like it too.
And all this stuff is all built by myself. I have no take any
TMTK
workshop in it yet. I think maybe one TMTK thing is in there, but I don't know what.
Right. That's fine.
Was an accident.
So all vanilla, all original to the game, all handcrafted, everything from yourself.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Every building.
So what I want to know is, what about like the things I wouldn't know by doing research? You know what I mean? Things that would have gone under the radar. You know, like what is this? I like.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I write on this, and I have write. I like. I don't know why.
I like it too. I like flower gardens. Is there anything that like a Phantasia fan would recognize and spot out that I wouldn't? You know. Anything like that you really like? Any Easter eggs?
Yeah, this carousel. This carousel is but it's a double carousel. Have two stocks. The original one, but you cannot do this in the Planet Coaster.
So that's
but
why you built
the
this.
Same spot.
You built this around it.
Yeah.
To represent the double carousel.
Yeah. This is Old Berlin. The spot Old Berlin. Mm-hmm. And that is the oldest spot in Phantasialand.
Right.
And all the stuffs in there is all what not gives in the original park.
Right. They are in the original?
No.
Okay.
This doesn't gives. That's all by an idea by myself.
Right. So not everything will be recognizable. A lot of it is reimagined, but
only the layout from the whole park is the original.
Right.
The layout, the whole layout.
So, you know, in terms of a park spotlight, I don't have to be like a tour guide pointing out things from the actual Phantasialand. I can just have fun with it.
Oh, cool. Yes, I enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it too, because, you know, some of these areas, while you get the broad strokes of what is in the actual Phantasialand, you don't have to know every single nook and cranny and backstory behind every piece, which, you know, becomes you could research Phantasialand for hours, if not days, and not know everything about the backstory and everything.
Yeah, know a lot of the backstories from the Phantasialand. In my childhood, I was there so many times, and I like the concept from this park, the whole concept. And the different areas, and it's a whole world, and you are in there, a closed world where you're in, and that is what I like.
Right. And I also know your name, coined as Steamy88. You've been doing a lot of steampunk stuff, so I imagine you had a lot of fun reimagining this area. Yeah,
steampunk is that what I'm a tattoo artist, and my tattoo studio is Steampunk 2 in a complete steampunk style.
Ooh.
And I love steampunk. I have a lot of stuff. We have so many designs. And
what does your company do?
Tattoos.
Oh, tattoos. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
It's a tattoo shop that focuses in on steampunk.
Yeah, but only the interior. The tattoo designs that we make is all realistic stuff, and but I like the interior is.
Do you want to give a shout out to your tattoo company?
Oh no.
no.
I love my job, but this is the game what I like. If I'm done with my work, I come down with this game, with this stuff. And this is what I like. I have every time I have a lot of people around me, and after the work, I go on my computer, shut down, and build, and build.
Amazing. So I was looking at Chinatown in the original. There wasn't a whole lot of rides and attractions there, and I can see that you minimized that here as well.
Yeah. Here's a very small in my creation. It's a very small Chinatown. In the original one, you have a crazy house in there.
Yeah, I saw that. What is the crazy house?
It's behind you. This one is a hotel. Like this, yeah. Here, where in the original one, the crazy house.
What? Yeah, but what is the crazy house in Phantasialand? What is there?
You go in the house on a table. And the walls around you goes over you and down, and the whole building turns around you.
It's like a fun house.
Yeah, fun house. Yeah, sorry, this is what I want.
Yeah. I understand. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, well, this is a ton of fun. And like you basically packed in every single thing that a Phantasialand would want to go back and experience. The Boomerang here. What was that originally called? Raik.
Raik. Yeah, right.
Raik.
Or Raik.
Raik. Gotcha. Yeah. And then we have the River Quest. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it has it all, really. I don't think a Phantasia fan would be disappointed by this experience at all. If anything, it's a little bit more fun because you've already, if you're a fan of Phantasialand, you've already been on all these rides. You would really be watching this episode for nostalgia, whereas this is both nostalgic in layout and design and themed areas, but it's original that you get a new experience from your perspective.
Right. Yeah, that was my opinion. If you go in this park, you say, oh, here is normally the Colorado adventure. Oh, this is different, but it's the same area, and like this can Phantasialand be. Like this, maybe.
That's absolutely amazing. Well, I can't wait to dive in deeper and actually ride all these attractions. I'm not going to take you along with the whole experience with me here today. I know you got to get to bed and stuff.
Oh, it's no problem.
Okay, perfect. Have a good night, Steamy88. Nice meeting you.
You too.
Thank you. Okay.
Good night and bye.
Bye now.
Bye now.